Hello, everyone. I decided to jump on live really quick. I want to apologize. I've been a little MIA for the last week, and I decided to go live so I could tell you a little bit about why I was. To talk a little bit about um, one of our gifts. I guess you can call it a gift. I don't know if it's really a gift or just part of who we are, but it's one of the more positive things we have, which is persistence, right? And resilience, which some people think is the same thing. I don't. But anyway, I digress. So I had just switched my website over to a new platform because I'm wanting to expand services for you guys, and I have all these great things I have coming up. And I had gotten it out there, and everything was going really well. And then when I started to work on one of the new things I'm going to be introducing to you guys, I was like, oh, I wonder why I can't do this, that, or the other thing. And so I reached out to the platform to say, hey, how do I get somebody on here to be able to help me with this, etc. And it turns out that basically it wasn't usable the way that they have it. And I was so down on myself. I cried a little bit because I thought, I feel like I always miss asking like the one question that makes a really big difference, right? Like, can I have extra accounts in the back office so that people can help me when I get to a place where I can hire people to help me? It seems to me to be a no-brainer that should be there, but apparently it is for this company. Now, I've already done my website 3 different times. I started on WordPress. No, not good. I am not built that way. And then I went to Wix, which actually was really great until I realized the direction I wanted to move my business in, and then I realized it wasn't going to work quite as well, and then I switched to this particular company. And so I was crying, partially because I was so upset with myself for not asking more questions and for assuming, and for what I call skimming the news, which is, I don't know if any of you can relate to this, but I have a tendency to sort of skim the details as opposed to really look at them, right? And so anyway, so I was crying also because I thought, oh my God, am I going to have to start all over again with another website? And so I kind of got it out of my system, and then I'm like, you know what? It has to get done. So what do I need to do first? And I wrote out a list of everything that I wanted in my website and how much I was willing to spend on it. And I started to do a search, and I ended up finding a website platform that is way better than the one that I am now leaving. And I built the site in basically like 3 days, 4 days. I'm still working on it a little bit, but the basic structure of it is done. And now it's just a matter of getting joryhoulihan.com moved over to that. And I was in my mastermind yesterday, and I was telling them about this, and I was just like, I just can't believe I did this. And I was still a little down on myself. And one of the women in there, who's also sort of my coach, she said, I think that it's really amazing that you were able to take something that might have brought other people to their knees, and yeah, you cried a little bit, but then you like got up and you handled it. And that was not you before your diagnosis. And she was right. Before my diagnosis, I probably would have just quit. Or I would have stayed with this company to try and make it work or something. That's when our persistence is not a good thing. But I want you guys to take a look at times in your life where something happens and you get really down on yourself because maybe you did miss a detail, right? Maybe you didn't ask enough questions. And ask yourself if that was really the case, or if it was more a case of sometimes you don't know what you don't know until you need to know it, which was the case for this. And you end up saying, you know what, I got to figure it out, and you do. Part of our persistence is we don't really give up on ourselves. We keep trying to figure out what is going on with me, especially before our diagnosis, right? And we're always trying to improve ourselves, and we're always trying to get better at the things that we're not good at. And that's also part of the resilience, is that we keep getting back up. So when you are looking at some aspects of your life and you're just thinking, oh my God, right? Because we've all been there. I just want you to remember all the times you got back up. And sometimes it sucks in the beginning when you get back up, but in the long run, it's always worth it. Because you are always worth it. You may not always feel like it sometimes, but I am telling you, there is not one woman in this group who is not worth getting back up for. Even if it's something over silly like a website, or maybe, a homework assignment. Maybe it's a relationship that went wrong. It's okay to take time to grieve. And sometimes we don't take enough time to grieve, I think. But you always get back up. And I think that is one of the best attributes for people with ADHD. Because when the shit hits the fan, we're the ones who are going to be standing. All right? So I know this is sort of gotten to a very woo-woo thing from a website story, but I really want you guys to understand how strong you really are. I know some of you right now feel broken. And you're not. In my mind, that's like saying a diabetic is broken because their body doesn't produce enough insulin, or somebody who needs glasses is broken because their eyes aren't 20/20. That doesn't make you broken. You have to be more creative, but you're not broken. We're all stronger than we give ourselves credit for. And I really want you to know that. I really want you to feel that. Because sometimes it is hard to be us, let's be honest. Sometimes it really is hard when we miss so many details, or we, whatever. But I also know that I was just joking with my husband. I'm like, you would be so bored without me. And he would be. He would be terribly bored without me. We keep things lively. We keep things interesting. So anyway, if you're ever feeling down and feeling like, about your life, I want you to just watch this video and remind yourself you're totally worth getting back up for. All right? I mean it. And I say this a lot in this group. You guys are so good at being supportive of each other. And it's one of the things I absolutely love about this group. And I want that to continue. You guys, for the most part, keep things very positive. You're very supportive. And that's one of the things that helps people get back up. So keep doing that. Because you're helping people get back up. And one day you may need help getting back up. All right, I will stop talking now. Have a great rest of your week. I will be in here much more. Again, I am sorry I was MIA, but I had a website to build again. And but I am hopefully going to have everything ready to go by the end of this week. Yay! All right, anyway, I love you guys, and keep up being positive and keep up all your learning and being you. And I'm going to be quiet now. All right, have a great day.